Did Donald Trump just back down from a major confrontation with Iran, or is this a strategic pause? Iran needs to be careful here because just hours before a self-imposed deadline, threats of total obliteration turned into something very different, a ceasefire, and now both sides are claiming victory. So, what actually happened? Leading up to this moment, tensions were at a breaking point. Trump had set a clear deadline, 8 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. We are going in and we are going to totally obliterate. Civilian will be the end for Iran as we know it. It's going to be totally obliterated. We're going to devastate them. They're going to damage the pipeline, damage everything. It's gone. The message was aggressive. On Easter Sunday, at that, you're cursing expletives. You're saying you're dying off with a civilization. You're killing off an entire nation. What is going on? As we say, it was aggressive, very aggressive. If no agreement, there would be overwhelming force. But instead of escalation, a ceasefire was announced, a 2-week pause, and that sudden shift is what has everyone asking questions. For weeks, Iran had reportedly pushed a 10-point framework as the only basis for negotiation. Key reported elements included sanctions relief, recognition of regional influence, continued uranium enrichment, reduced military pressure, meaning the bases had to be gone. Previously, those terms were described as unacceptable by U.S. officials, but now Trump says that framework is a workable basis for negotiation. That's a major shift in tone, as you would imagine. In his own statement, Trump emphasized the U.S. has met its military objectives. A ceasefire allows space for long-term peace. Negotiations are already very far along. He also suggested that many points of contention had already been addressed. And here's a key detail. He did not explicitly confirm full acceptance of every demand. And that distinction matters. And this is where Iran needs to be very careful. On the other side, Iranian state messaging is very different. Officials are calling this a historic victory, a defeat for the United States. Trump has capitulated. He has withdrawn. He realized that it wasn't going to make any sense because remember, when Iran said they were going to meet them force by force. So whatever they brought, the whole region would be in lockdown, you know. They claim their framework forced the shift, and that's where narratives begin to split. Because in geopolitics, perception is power. Meanwhile, reactions from other countries have been tense. Some allies appear surprised. Reports are already emerging of missile alerts, drone activity, concerns the ceasefire may not hold, which raises a critical question. Is this peace or just a pause to re-strategize, to rearm? What is it? Should we take it at face value? We don't know. Here's the reality though. We're seeing two completely different interpretations of the same moment. One side says strategic de-escalation. The other side says forced concession. The truth? Likely somewhere in between. Because in international politics, deals aren't just about what's agreed. They're about who controls the narrative after. So what do you think, guys? Was this a smart move to avoid escalation or a sign of weakness? Drop your thoughts. This is a status check report, guys. This is ongoing. We are going to come to you with more updates because right now, we don't know if the ceasefire will hold. We don't know if they're regrouping. We don't know what is going on, but we need to take this with a grain of salt. So let me hear your thoughts below. Let me hear what you have to say. Do you agree? Do you think it was a smart move for Iran to hold back? Do you think it was a smart move for them to go in negotiation? Is this going to hold? Is it real? We don't know. So let's watch and see. So see you in the next one.